breakout player from your Dallas Mavericks, Josh Green, is joining us now live on 105.3 The Fan. Good morning, Josh. How are you, man?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
We're doing very well, thanks to you. What do you attribute this breakout to? All of a sudden now, we're relying on you as the defensive stopper. Your scoring average has gone from 5 to 15 real fast. What do you attribute it to, man, with the great play as of late?
I think just the work I put in the summertime. I don't think I'd be in the situation I would be in without, the summer that I had last offseason, as well as the opportunity that the coaches have been able to give me here at the Mavs.
Do you consider yourself now this team's defensive stopper?
I think I always kind of considered myself as a defensive stopper. I've always taken my defense pretty serious, so whatever the team needs, I'm all for it.
What were your first impressions of Kyrie Irving when you met him? Was that the first time you really ever spoke with him after the Mavs traded for him?
Yes, it was. I think he's a great guy. I think the first thing I noticed was how competitive he was on the court. That series against Sacramento when we played them back-to-back, he was diving for loose balls and, getting offensive rebounds and defensive rebounds. And, you don't really get that a lot from, superstars and whatnot. So it was cool to see how competitive he was.
What's the biggest difference that you've noticed in the offense since he got here?
I think faster pace. We played at a lot of faster pace. It was a very fast-paced offense when he's got here. So now it's good. He's a very unselfish player. He gives himself up for other teammates, and I think it's worked really well.
Like, how long does it take to really kind of gel with another player? I know everyone's, I'm sure, differently, but mid-season like this, it's probably a little bit more difficult than when you have an off-season. How long does that process take?
Yeah, it's not gonna, it's obviously not gonna just take, one game movie and it'll be fully together. It's something that will obviously take place over an amount of games, but I think we've done a good job of starting it off, and I don't think it will take too long. I think we'll really push into stride.
Josh, when, a lot of the discussion, obviously, from analysts and things like that after the Kyrie trade is, well, look, Kyrie and Luka, they've got to really mesh, and they've got to learn to have their play styles work together and things like that. What do you view, I guess, your role and some of your other teammates' roles in helping to facilitate that's a connection that really flourishes?
I think just doing what we usually do. There's no reason to change our game just because we got a new player on our team. I think that the biggest thing we needed to, look into is just making sure that we don't overthink the situation and just, we've been playing basketball now our whole life. So just keeping it simple and, great basketball players will always find a way to make it work.
Does it feel early on? Are you getting the impression that Luka's all in to make this work? It's been his team, it's been his city, and he's been the man. Have you gotten the feeling that Luka is willing to make those sacrifices to make Kyrie feel comfortable and make this thing work for you guys?
Yeah, I think it's not. Luka's always been willing to win. I don't think it's ever been a question or anything. So. He's been great. He's been great with Kyrie, as is everybody else. So I think, everybody wants to win a championship here. So that's our goal.
Josh Green from your Dallas Mavericks joining us on the Diamond Factory Hotline. Did you have a non-basketball question planned for Kyrie? Did you have something you were just wondering about? Did you have a lifestyle question, something that you talked to him about that you're always wondering, or was it just strictly hoops?
No, I had no lifestyle. Just strictly basketball.
What's your major hobby? What's your non-basketball love?
Probably FIFA.
Oh, okay. Now,
yeah.
Can you actually play at all yourself?
Am I good at the game?
No, like soccer, in real life.
Yeah, I like soccer a lot. Little sister's a big soccer player too.
Hacky sack competition on the team.
Hacky sack.
Who finishes in first? I know 77 thinks he's the man. Who's winning the hacky sack competition?
I don't know if I can do a hacky sack. I've never actually tried that, but I've tried it a couple times. But I wouldn't put all my money on that. A regular soccer ball is fine for me.
Oh, okay.
Do people still do the hacky sack?
Isn't that juggling like the little?
Yeah, the little the ball with beads in it, the bead ball.
Exactly.
Tiny little hacky sack.
Yeah, no, that's it. Josh, one of the things that everybody's taken notice of with you this offseason is just how much more improved your 3-point shooting is. How it's something that you've become a legitimate threat for the team as a guy beyond the arc. What was that process like this offseason in terms of trying to improve your long range shooting, and how did you approach that aspect of your game?
I think just repetition. I think, being able to stay consistent, it wasn't about making, 25 shots, just making sure that I could make, 25 shots without missing like 2 in a row and stuff like that. So I think it was just more of being, consistent about it, and I think that's what helped me out the most.
Can you still go around the city without being recognized?
I mean, I don't really go out too much, so I couldn't really tell you that, but I don't mind. I don't mind. I'm just like anybody else. I go on with my day. I go shopping, whatever.
So if you're staying at home, I'm guessing, like you said, there's a lot of FIFA in there. Is it gaming in general, or are you just like mainly a FIFA guy? Are you one of these guys who's like on Call of Duty? Like, what are your other vices there?
I mean, I try Call of Duty, but I'm pretty bad at it, to be honest with you. I'm good at like sports games. I like sports games, and so Call of Duty and Fortnite, all that stuff. It was just pissed me off. So I ended up like breaking the remote or something.
Oh, still breaking the remote.
Rage quitting.
Is Madden as bad as what everyone says? Is it just become absolute trash to where they're thinking about? They said it's a make or break year. Has Madden really gotten that bad?
I don't play it as much, but I mean, it's not terrible. I don't mind. I couldn't tell you what the old Maddens were like, so it's decent. I play a couple of my teammates for on the plane and whatnot, so it's a decent game.
Now that JB's gone, who is your new Wii Sports doubles tennis partner?
It's still up in the air. I've held tryouts a couple times. It's a long process. I'm waiting to see.
Josh, did you stay in and watch the All-Star Game festivities, or did you just take a full basketball break?
I took a full basketball break.
So you're like the rest of America that didn't watch the game.
So, RJ,
Stop it, Choppy.
Get out of here. Did you see the Mac McClung highlights, the dunk contest?
I did.
Did that shock you, and do you think that's where this thing is going? Everyone's trying to save the dunk contest. Did you have any idea in your mind to help things out and make people watch more? And do you think like the Mac McClung participants are the new wave?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's very cool to see him win. His last week must have been hectic with signing with 76ers and doing that. But I don't know. I mean, I think it's just a matter of fact of who's willing to participate in the dunk competition. So I mean, it starts with the players. Players need to be more willing to be able to do it. So we'll see.
Your top dunker of all time is?
My top dunker of all time. I'll go with Vince Carter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's an easy answer. I mean, it's not an easy answer, but it's one of like 3.
Yeah, I think Vince is probably the number 1 seed. Best dunk contest guy for sure. If you were going to enter into one of the contests, what would it be? Would it be the skills, the 3, or the dunk?
Probably the dunk competition. I've never really done a dunk competition though.
Who would win the dunk competition right now on the team? I
don't know. I'll let the let the fans answer that. I couldn't tell you.
You don't think Maxey would have a good chance there?
To win the dunk competition? Yeah, he can dunk.
Hey, man, thank you for the time. We know you got a meeting with J-Kid to get to. Congratulations on the absolute breakout. Keep it going, and we can't wait to watch you guys tonight in the second half of the season.
Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate you having me.